Good morning. Hey, Canada, come get your smoke. You can see off in the distance, that's not fog. You'll see it that way too. That's the smoke haze in the air. No clouds, just smoke. Anyway, we're gonna get the combine out this morning, go park it back down the waterway in the grass so Xander can blow it off when he gets here. He texted me, said he's gonna be in a little late this morning, which is fine, I don't really care. But I figured I would get the combine out and have him do that this morning while it was still cool, before it gets super hot this afternoon. So we'll get this ready. I've got a seed box return truck coming here in about a half hour, so we're gonna get down there and load that up. From up here we can see some of the varietal differences in our corn hybrids and how they're tasseling here. The earlier stuff is over here, it's got a lot more tassels. Fuller season stuff over here, we don't see hardly any yet. Should get the drone out, be able to see that from the air really well. Anyway, we're gonna take this down here and open up all the side shields and everything and get it ready to be cleaned off a little bit. We just need to get the heavy wheat chaff off, get this stuff blown off of the top of the feeder house here under the side shields. I think we're going to end up changing concaves out, so or at least partially before, well, I know that we're going to change some concaves out before harvest for fall, so the cleaner we can get it, the little bit nicer it is to work on. We'll leave this set here. We're just going to hit it with the leaf blower, try and get this kind of stuff off, and then walk around over here. We've got all these covers on the side and maybe take off a couple of these shields, but you know, not a lot here, but enough that we want to clean it up, get the stuff off the tailboard, off the back axle in there, and make it a little easier to work on. So anyway, we'll let Xander deal with that. I got to go load up a box truck. Might have to move the remnants of our corn plant out of the way here. Truck's here. Put 42 boxes on. That'll leave me pretty low here. I don't know how many there's there total. I got one more box down at the farm I got to get down here, and I think I got 2 more to pick up from a customer. A few pallets yet, but we're right down towards the end. All right, well, we're down to 41 boxes there. You put 42 on a truck. I happen to have one down at the farm, so that'd be a full nother load. And then actually I think I hear there's more boxes coming back tomorrow. So plus we got all the pallets over there we got to send back. Still missing some pallets. I'm a little short. Hopefully we can find some of those. Every box that I don't send back costs me $600, so we make sure we send all the boxes back. Every pallet we don't send back costs me like 25 or something ridiculous. So pallets are a lot harder to keep track of because most people don't, just assume you don't care, and I really don't. But for 25 bucks a piece, when you got 100 of them, yeah, I probably better send them back. Well, it's gonna be a little slow today. I went and did a little shopping, got myself a new pair of work boots that will break in here at some point. The ones I've got have some, well, they're falling apart. I haven't even had them a year. If I can't get a year out of a pair of boots, I won't buy them again. So we're gonna try something different this time. Xander got our seed tender cleaned up and put away down at the other barn here this morning, and he took the leaf blower down there and kind of blew all the chaff and stuff out, and he pumped up the tires on our corn header cart trailer, which they were a little bit low, but it's going to sit there for 3 months before we pull it out, so wasn't real necessary today, but that's okay. Anyway, he's back working on the combine right now. I think I left my 360 rain phone in the combine, so I'm gonna go get it. It's not in there, so I'll have to keep looking elsewhere, but gonna burn through some batteries, Milwaukee batteries on our leaf blower here. That's all right. He's being pretty thorough, and I appreciate that. Gotta get up in there yet. Just driving around doing a little scouting. Thought I'd come out here and check on these beans. This is the field where we had, we've got the muck pockets, so we had some water hemp coming in after we had sprayed them. I guess I never really followed up on that one with you guys, but we decided to come back out here with 43 ounces of Liberty and a quart of Enlist, 5 pounds of AMS, and I hit them. I hit them hard. Some of them died. Didn't get very good coverage on that run though. So we got these over here. That's good. That's not. Crap. I gotta do this again? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. All right. It might be just that spot behind us. As I look around, obviously there's a bunch of volunteer corn. Should put some cloth in a tank and get it, but I don't see a lot else out here. These ones are all dead. Well, there's another flush of ragweed coming, but the big ones are all dead. This high organic matter ground, this muck soil is just a pain to farm. Keep the weeds out of it. Soft black dirt. I mean, you can just see my foot just sinks right down into this stuff. About time for another shot of manganese, it looks like, especially on the fringe over there, right here. Oh man, tough. Dad and I had a discussion the other day of if we can't control the weeds in this stuff. It's getting harder and harder to do. Maybe we need to grass it. Just put grass in and call it good enough. What is that? Found a grenade. I don't know. Anyway, it's, you know, there might be 20 acres between all the fields that we could just plant grass and keep it mowed down rather than trying to control the weeds, because clearly we're not able to control the weeds. I think the smoke haze is getting worse on us. I don't know. All right, I thought maybe the straw guys were over here, but they're not. I haven't seen them today. I don't know where they're at. Doesn't matter. They got some bales laying in the field. I would think they want to get picked up before it rains tomorrow, though. We're going to get the combine put away here. Good enough. It's not like we're not going to get it dirty in a couple of months again, so we don't do a... We do a light cleaning, not a thorough cleaning between wheat and beans. I remind Ryland to get his golf balls out of here. He picked those up the first day of harvest, and they're still in here. All right, I'm going to a field day tonight, semi-local. A friend of mine from Maryland, Chris Weaver, is the keynote or the speaker for this event tonight, and honestly, I could care less about the products, but I kind of want to just go say hi to him, so I'm going to get ready and go do that. We didn't do anything today worth putting a video out, and we're probably not going to do anything tomorrow worth putting a video out, but combined maybe. So, let's see you guys in the morning. Good morning again. It's still smoky today. Our rain machine just shut off. It's got a hose angle error, and I need to go fix it. I'll show you when we get there. Fortunately, our machine is right out here by the road and easy to get to. So here's what's happening. It's made it through all the long rows, and it was doing this last pass along the edge here. And then for some reason, because they don't let me design paths, the people at 360, and I'm not mad at you guys, I just don't understand what your logic is here, guys. They decided we needed to make this turn and do these end rows, which you would think, okay, let's water the end rows. The problem, however, is that they already watered those end rows from the other side. Look at the path set here. Let me pull this up, and I will show you. See right here on these ends, most of them get watered up here. It comes this way, and then it comes down along here, and it gets to where it says 88 there. There's actually two numbers overlapping, 51 and 88. And they decide we've got to make this turn to finish these ends because it ran out of hose, I think, coming the other way, and they couldn't finish it. Guys, they're crappy end rows in a wet spot. I don't care. we don't need to make this turn, because now what happens is it pulls its hose too tight, it's smashing down beans, and it makes an angle error, and then it shuts off. And I tried to jog it out from my phone, but it wouldn't let me, so I got to come up here and fix it. If they would just dead end that one into the end here and back it up, we wouldn't have this problem. So anyway, we'll get it fixed. Four-wheeler here. Okay, so as it turns out, yeah, the corner is a problem. However, we have another problem. Our hose is pinched, and it's got a hole in it. I don't know if that shows up. Oh, you can see the water pouring out right there, right here. So we're gonna have to weld that. This happened a couple of times last year. It didn't happen at all the first year. It happened a couple times last year, and I thought we had it fixed, and turns out we don't have it fixed apparently. So I called the dealer who has the little plastic welder machine. I'm trying to shut it off. And he's going to come out. I don't know if he'll make it today or tomorrow morning, but we're just going to leave it sit here because it's right by the road. So I don't know if that happened right here in this corner or if it's been doing that for a while. We're going to go look at the water trail and see what it looks like, because I should be able to tell. Yeah, so that happened right there. Had to have, because the hose is laying down right here, and if it was leaking through the center reel, if it was doing it when it was laying it down, this would all be wet. It would have been leaking here, but it's not at all. We watered the outside rows. There, it's wet. Made the curve. It got to the end there, and then the hose got loose on the reel, and it kinked it, put a hole in it, it pulled this corner. So it made the corner all bad, and it wrecked the hose. If we would have never made the corner, none of that would have happened. I don't understand. It's something in the algorithm or something that's the computer telling it how quick to reel and unreel and all of that there when it gets to the end, but the corner caused it. And I don't care about these 300 feet of beans here. Like, that's the thing that I'm trying to get across, is we don't need to make turns for less than 200 or 300 feet. Like, that's just dumb. So let's not do that. We've got a fair bit of mowing that needs to get done yet. Yeah, we're in our mowing window on some of these fields. I'll talk about that later. But anyway, since the air conditioner was not working on the 4440, we're switching tractors to the 7520, which does work. This tractor is nicer for mowing in general, but sometimes the transmission overheats on it, and we can't figure out why. It's been doing it for years, and so we thought if the 4440 was working, air conditioning was good, we would use that, but it's not. So this is one of the areas that needs mowed yet. I'll have Xander come down here. However, somewhere over here, there's a big hole that Brock about buried my 4440 in, and I want to make sure that we mark it. So we're down here finding it. I've got some flags. I think it's right up here. Well, we can't find it, but there's one over there somewhere. I kind of showed him about where it was. So if you back in with the mower, then you don't have to worry about putting the front end of the tire in. You can drive out of it usually. So the mosquitoes have gotten really bad in the last few days here. We're getting out of here. I'm not real sure where we left off on this video. It's quite some time later. So this weekend is not even my local town. The town where my church that I go to has their town festival. And the church the men's group does a sausage sandwich stand every year. Happens to be this weekend. So I went there this afternoon and helped cook and serve sausage sandwiches for a few hours. Brayson was supposed to have a baseball game tonight, but they have postponed it until tomorrow. I don't know if it's because it's hot, if it's because it's smoky, or if it's because there's a chance of rain. Either way, don't have the game tonight. And then I got a call from Taylor, the service guy for our 360 Rain, and he said he could come this afternoon and fix this. So he should be here in the next 5 minutes or so, and we're going to take that hose off and cut a chunk out, weld it together, make this thing run again. Getting our hose off up here. So there's a clamp that holds it on there. There was a couple of U-bolts. Got those out. Should flop off of there. Might have to rotate it. They're gonna go, or we gotta rotate it off?
We might have to rotate it here. There's a lot of tension on it.
All right, well, we got it off. Our hole is right here. It's on the bottom, so we're gonna have to cut that, cut it over here, weld it back together. There's the bad spot in the hose. There's a previous weld. Got a little smushed. Now we got this fancy machine here that faces the pipe. Makes it nice and smooth and even. Nice. Alright, so now they're cleaned, faced, even. Cleaned them up with some alcohol. Now we put the hot plate in and melt a bead on each side. Done. Let her sit for a minute. All right, we've let this cool for what, a half hour, 20 minutes? So it seems to be good. We're gonna put her back on the machine and try and start it back up. All right, we've got it on. Okay, we're gonna rotate it in. We need to put our clamps on the side. More? So we're trying to get it started on the reel and then put a clamp on, and then we should be okay. All right, that's back on there. We got a clamp through right there that should hold it in place. We got to calibrate, which means we need it straight up, right? So we're just a little past, so we're close. All right, the machine is up and running and putting wraps on the reel, so that's good. We're gonna have to help it on this corner here because the hose is way over there. It should be way over here, and it drug it, and that's what caused our problem. So we're gonna go back and look at the iPad in our path set here when I'm done, and I'm gonna tell all the 360 people exactly what paths to change, because if you have a path where the machine does not go at least 500 feet after the turn, don't do it. Just cut it off. Don't do it. All right, well, we got her rescued. We're gonna make our corner here, so we gotta tighten that chain on the front. Forgot to do that. And I had turned the water off here because I didn't want to be working in water, flipping this hose around, and I thought, well, maybe if it's empty, which it's not empty, but it would be a little lighter. It's not. So we're gonna stop her here. Stop, confirm. We'll put that chain on and then we'll hit the water and go. All right, let's see if she starts up with some water. It says building pressure, so should be our back 4 drops and then 1 on each side. This is where I should stop, right here. Just stop it right here. Oh, we getting there? There we go. There we go. Feels like a lot of water. Okay, so it's got, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. It's got the north half or 3/4 of the field done. You can see our 2 check strips that we've got in there. All these short rows to go here. Probably should cut off paths like 102, 100 to 106. Should probably not be done either. I don't know. We'll look at that one a little closer, but yeah, we can't be making turns and then not having enough wraps on the, I think that's our problem. When we have a turn close to the end of a path, we have problems. All right, she looks good. I'm going home. Man, it looks like it's raining like heck over there. No, wait, that's smoke, not rain. There is, however, some rain in the area. There's a big cell south of us a few miles here, more to the west, so we might catch some tonight. We'll see. Maybe that was rain we could see, and not smoke. I got about 3/4 of the way home, and all of a sudden it was raining. Well, I guess we're going to get a little rain here. So I shut the machine down. I don't know if it's raining at the field up there. We can pull up the cameras and look, but I was going to get the iPad. We got to talk about that yet, don't we? Yeah. I was talking to Dad. He's working on a handrail for me for my platform, so it's about time to get the spray drone trailer out. I'm wondering if this weekend we're going to start spraying some corn. All right, here's the iPad. Here's our 360 rain app, and you can see our path set. So, this path right here, it's number 88. This is the one that we just got stuck on. Now, there's not even enough hose in the machine to make it all the way out there. We stopped about right here where we fixed it. I think that should dead end into this corner. I also think that number 50 here is kind of dumb. Like, I get that, water in that there, and it did okay, but, like, I don't know. That doesn't seem like that's worth it. Up here, this whole corner doesn't grow anything. It's a big drowned out spot. There's nothing there. Take 36, bring it all the way back to this corner. Dead ended in that corner. Stop it there. I don't even care if 35 makes that corner or makes the end rows. That's not as bad as the outside one, but still. This one, this U-turn is going to cause a problem. It's going to cause a problem. That machine is going to kink a hose doing that. I'm pretty confident of it. 43 is okay because it's coming from this way and it's straight and then back. Same thing with 45. So those ones are okay. I do appreciate that this year we dead-ended all of these into the end rows instead of trying to make little turns and do these backs, because when we were having trouble with this last year with a kink in the hose, it was making a turn on the end rows along these rivers, and it was making like a more than a 90-degree turn, and then that was causing problems. So those are okay. Some of these short ones here, I don't know. I mean, seriously, if they're less than like 300, 400, or 500 feet, they're really not worth making. So anyway, it's close. I wish that I had more input and could make these up myself, but they don't let me do that. I don't know all the limitations of the machine, I guess, and they don't know my fields and know, like, yeah, we don't need to worry about that corner that goes through a wet spot, or this corner up here that is clearly nothing grows there from the picture on the satellite, but we just that's a little frustrating. So anyway, that's what I have to say about it. We have had a couple tenths of an inch of rain already. Cool. We'll see what we get here overnight. There was more to the west that we may catch, we may not. I don't know. But anyway, now I'm going home. So thanks for watching today. Have a great weekend. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I will film if we are drone spraying this weekend. I'm wondering if Sunday's going to be a spray day. So we'll see. I'd like to get a bunch done early part of next week if we can. Some of this corn, it's been a little slow tasseling, but we're getting to that point, the first planted corn with some of the earlier 108 and 106 day stuff that's pretty well tasseled at this point. So I think we'll try and get some of that stuff sprayed here, and we'll see. Some of it we're going to be a little bit on the early side, and a lot of it we're going to be a little bit on the late side, I think. So anyway, have a great weekend. We'll see you guys later.